Hi! I like your face. Thanks for clicking on the video. Listen, do you guys ever frustrate that the Trials auto rifle, the Summoner, is just something you cannot get a good roll on, or in some cases get at all? For that matter, and it's okay if you don't play Trials, especially when this season it's full of battles like this. Oh boy.
Ow.
This is true pinnacle gaming experience. I hate this. I've got my barricade.
Not alone. Careful of their shield. Keep him back. Just keep him back.
One.
We're good, we're good, we're good, we're good.
Keep him back on the flag.
Heli with this.
Yes!
We're good. I hate it. It's outrageous because I have the perfect solution. The Sorrows verse. Ta-da! Hey, no! Don't click off the video. Hear me out at least. What is happening next season with the next 3.0 buff? That's right, Arc. And what do you know? This bad boy do be Arc. So right away, just consider this future-proofing yourself for 3 months. Still, the Sorrows verse is a 600 RPM auto rifle, an adaptive frame that drops from the end of PvP matches or Valor engrams from shacks. You get it. Play PvP and this thing will 100% drop for you at some point, and undoubtedly make you sigh as you get your 10th drop of it in 4 matches, and hear the quote that comes to your mind, "Thanks for the shards." But I'm telling you to keep, at least look at your rolls before you dismantle this thing. I'll cover PvE first because you guys just love my incredibly intelligent and strong PvE builds. And just an example for those wondering, making a whole video about the Burning Steps and being completely convinced the buff from them stacks with high energy fire, font of might, and weapons of light. Yes, it's me. PvE main Heli. Sunglasses emoji. Anyway, this is another weapon that has about 300 perks in each of the last 2 slots, which is always outrageously unhelpful when trying to get a specific role. Thankfully though, if you play enough PvP, and even just if you stick to Mayhem or Scorched for the 10 Scorched players out there, if you play enough PvP, enough to at least reset your Valor rank, your weapons will start dropping with additional options in the last 2 slots, though now at least you have a much better chance at getting the god roll you specifically want. Cheers, Deej. And what role should you be looking for PvE wise? It's quite simple. The all-reliable Extended Mag, Subsistence, and Rampage. Woo! Honestly though, as much as I love having maxed out reload speed for PvE on auto rifles because hell yes it's satisfying having less than 1 second of reload time, let's be real. This way is definitely more practical. And here is that role showcased using the ever so useful website of d2gunsmith.com. Do check out the website if you want to play around with weapon rolls and see a little bit more of info about how perks go percentage wise and all that. It's great. Now I pretty much have this role, minus the barrel, but shut up. Also, you guys can yell at me about this in the comments, but would you run Rampage spec on a weapon like this? I genuinely cannot tell. If it's just better to get the mag as high as possible with backup mag, or just commit to the extra second or 2 of Rampage, or maybe Major spec. I'm about to start arguing with myself. Anyway, for this gameplay, I used backup mag, and for the gameplay you're witnessing, I used my Titan to take full advantage of the Actium War Rig, so I would essentially never have to reload, and can enjoy just blitzing additionals and most majors without wishing I had put on Rampage spec for that extra second of Rampage so I could kill that damn Hive Knight. Of course, seeing this thing just sprays endlessly, it's also good for taking care of champions at least a semi-efficient rate, and as always, I paired it with the typical become charge of light when getting multiple kills with auto rifles and high energy fire. And do not tell me they don't stack, otherwise I may implode. Listen, it's a flat 20% buff. On top of Rampage, I'll take that. I know I could have pretty much used any Radiant build with solar stuff for an extra 20%, but I decided to go for more survivability while using the War Rig exotic, and instead went for Void. So if I have used this weapon in an incredibly inefficient way, fantastic! Just wait until you guys pick this auto rifle up and have your 5 damage buff procced at the same time while it's tearing everything up faster than I back out of a quick batch lobby when I see a 6 stack loading in. I purposely used the Sorrows verse non-stop for a couple of days to get a proper feel and general feeling of how it performs in most activities. This season's story missions, which thankfully have a ton of ads. Cheers, Deej. Plenty of strikes, public events, you know, only the top tier of activities to show you guys some shredded sliding action with this absolute wobbler of a weapon. Heli, is this leading up to another one of those overdone montages of killing a bunch of ads? What? Who the hell do you guys take me for? Don't be ridiculous. You're still here and watching? Sweet! Hi! Listen, for a weapon that right now is extremely easy to get a hold of, it's worth keeping an eye on this roll when it drops for you. Alright? That's all I'm saying. And no, I'm not Australian. PvP time! Sorry to ask. Right guys, listen up. First of all, I do not have the best roll here. Absolutely nowhere near. I would venture a guess saying Dynamic Sway and Rampage is the best for PvP, but I have Tap the Trigger plus Rampage, so that's my roll of choice here. And by choice, I mean it's the best I got. Does it really matter though? Nah. Rampage alone is the key perk here that will carry you to salvation. I mean, ultimately, who doesn't love a proper OG auto rifle peppering faces in Crucible, stringing kills together, dishing out Rampage, and battling most other weapons pretty competitively with most rifles, minus scout rifles because, don't be silly Jacob. The base weapon damage this thing hits to the head is 23, but I'm not about to bore you guys with saying it's a 7 headshot, 4 body shot weapon or anything like that. I don't care if it's a weapon that has a 2-second time to kill. If you get those first couple of bullets before the bad guy, you've all the chances in the world to hit the ground running and start the rampaging of faces. That is definitely not English. And it's the same story as before. I forced myself to use it for a few days straight and get a good grip of how it fares in the most sweat-infested quick play lobbies. You know, the Fighting Lion, Lorentz Driver, Time Lost Found Verdict, Lord of Wolves, Last Word, Witherhorde, Dead Messenger, well, any type of grenade launcher for that matter, Main Ingredient, Slug Shotties, Le Monarch, even the Jotun. There's a lot of good stuff in this meta basically, but overall, it holds up genuinely well enough to at the very least be solid in 6s. And by 6s I mean 6v6. Yeah. Especially considering that my main goal here was to sneak away with 1 kill and then proceed to rush in with Rampage and be as aggressive as I can while having a damage buff, and gotta say, at first, the results were kind of mixed, but with most weapons, you get a feel for it, you pick up a certain playstyle of a slightly passive mover, waiting to get the first kill and then just run in as hard as I could, and I honestly think most people nowadays are so ready for a sniper rifle or a long-range pulse rifle to burst them that most people are slightly taken aback after being shot by this thing. I had a similar sort of experience when using the ever so popular at the time Macleod 42 auto rifle. Shout out to those who remember forge weapons. And another thing to note, this season the Sorrow's Verse started dropping additional traits on it, and the trait Suro Synergy is just perfect for PvP roles, and the perk of that is reloading gains you 40 handling and 20% flinch resistance for 6 seconds, and that's just for reloading, no kill or anything required. So an overall snappier feeling auto rifle with extra flinch resistance to stack with that and resilience. Quite useful actually. Cheers Deej. Now, wrapping this up, I know the Sorrow's Verse isn't a meta pick. I'm not doing that YouTuber thing of, hey guys, use this absolutely incredible and broken weapon. No, it isn't a top weapon that will top the scoreboards every match, but it's an honest, underrated, and unfortunately overlooked weapon that I just feel deserves more attention. Maybe it's the satisfying gunplay of Destiny in general, but there's just something very nostalgic and satisfying using an auto rifle in Crucible and still competing, still doing well if you take the time looking into what roles will suit your playstyle or what you'll prefer. Perhaps Harmony is your preferred pick, stacked with a few other buffs, which may be the topic and showcase in a video to your faces very soon. Maybe my PvE pick of Subsistence and Rampage is the way. I don't know. You guys let me know if you've been already rocking this beautiful auto rifle and tell me what role you have. Give it a go, and when the Sorrow's Verse does inevitably drop for you, give it that second look before you dismantle it. Check those perks. Thank you all so much for watching. I love and appreciate your faces very much. Join my Discord if you haven't already. Have a wonderful bunch of friendly people to chat with and hang out with, and follow me on Twitch if you ever want to catch me live up to some form of shenanigans, which usually involves me stuttering and using a soundboard making llama sounds from Minecraft. So, you know, worth stopping by. Until next time though, guys. Not that, I didn't mean to sneeze. Have a relaxing rest of your day, and as always, take care.